Good day everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about solving corresponding parts of congruent triangles. And I am Teacher H and welcome to my class. Today, I will be needing your mathematical skills to fully understand our topic for this session. So we are going to solve the corresponding parts of a congruent triangle. But before that, let's talk about first the different movements of a triangle. First on our list is translation. In translation, you simply slide a figure from one position to another without turning it. Just like this figure. I have here triangle XYZ. So pag in-applyan natin ang translation, mula dyan, slide lang tayo papunta sa kulay gray na triangle which is RST. Tulad nga ng sabi natin, yung tatlong angles is congruent sa tatlong angles ng second triangle. Same thing with their sides. Next movement is reflection. In reflection, you flip a figure over a line, then a new image is a mirror image. Common sa atin ang salitang reflection or parang mirror image lang siya. Kabaliktaran or opposite. I have here triangle XYZ. So pag nag-reflect ako, reflection lang, ganito na ang magiging itsura niya. Triangle ABC. Same thing, three angles are congruent to one another and the three sides are congruent to one another. And last movement will be rotation. From the name itself, rotate, ikot. In a rotation, you turn a figure around a fixed point. I have here triangle LMN, so nag-rotate, umikot lang. Therefore, I have triangle QRS. Same thing, all angles corresponds to one another with their sides. So let's have here an example. So I have here triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Ayan, meron tayong mga markings na mas madali natin ma-figure out na kung saan single, double, and triple line and triple curves represent that they are congruent and corresponds to one another. If side AB is 5 centimeter, then side DE is also 5 centimeter. If side BC is 7 centimeter, then side EF is also 7 centimeter. Side AC is 6 centimeter, then side DF is also 6 centimeter. If we have here angle A measures 80 degrees, then angle D measures 80 degrees. Angle B measures 40 degrees, then angle E measures 40 degrees, and angle C measures 60 degrees, therefore angle F measures 60 degrees. Take note of the degree measure of the interior angles of the triangle. It should be 180 degrees. Hindi pwedeng kulang at hindi pwede namang sobra. It should be exactly 180 degrees para masabi natin ang given figure is a triangle. Okay, let's try to answer this one. So I have here two given figures. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. So if AB measures 5 centimeter and BC measures 6 centimeter, what is the measure of EF? The answer is 6 centimeter because side BC corresponds to side EF by rotation. Next, if DF measures 8 meters and side ED measures 6 meters, what is the measure of AC? The answer is 8 centimeter because DF corresponds to AC. Okay, next. If angle A measures 55 degrees and angle C measures 65 degrees, what is the measure of angle B? Is it A, B, C, or D? The answer is letter A, 60 degrees. Because if we're going to add 55 degrees, 65 degrees, and 60 degrees, the answer is exactly 180 degrees. If angle FED is congruent to angle CBA, then ACB is congruent to what angle? So let's observe the given figure. FED is congruent to CBA. CBA. Then if we have here angle ACB, it is congruent to what angle? Is it letter A, letter B, letter C, or letter D? So the answer is letter D. DFE. Okay, next. So this time we are going. So let's try to compute for the values of x, where I have here triangle DER is congruent to triangle WIN, and we are asked to solve for the values of x. For us to solve for the missing parts of congruent triangles, kailangan hanapin muna natin yung mga kapartner nila, where we have here DA or side DA is congruent to side IW, side AR is congruent to side IN, and side DR is congruent to side WN. First thing to do is to write the given. Ayan, nilagyan na natin ng equal sign sa gitna. And second is to combine or write similar terms. I-combine natin yung similar terms. Sa madaling salita, itong CM, let's focus first on the first one. This is just a unit of measurement. So I have here 6x minus 5 equals 19. So itong negative 5, lipat natin on the other side of the equation, transitive property of equality. So from negative 5, it will become positive 5, where we have here 6x equals to 19 plus 5. So 6x is equals to, if we're going to add 19 plus 5, it is 24. So may variable or may kasamang number si variable x, divide both side by 6. Therefore, x is equals to 4. Next is this one. So we have 4x minus 2 equals 30. Tanggalin natin yung units of measurement. Same step, lipat lang natin si negative 2 from the other side of the equation. Therefore, 4x equals 30. From negative 2, it will become positive 2. So we have here 4x equals 32. Divide both sides by 4. So we have here x equals 8. And this one, we have 3x minus 5 equals 70. Same step, so 3x equals to 70 plus 5. So 3x is equals to 75, divide both sides by 3. X is equals to 25. So based sa ating direction, we just need to solve for the values of x. And to check if your answer is correct, substitute lang naman natin yan sa given. So I have here 6x minus 5 equals 19. So 6 times 4, because this is the value of x, minus 5 equals 19. So 6 times 4 is 24 minus 5 equals to 19. Therefore, 24 minus 5 is 19 equals to 19. Therefore, the answer is correct. Let's check the second one. We have here 4x minus 2 equals 30. 4 times 8 minus 2 equals 30. 4 times 2 is 32 minus 2 equals 30. And 32 minus 2 is 30 equals 30. The answer is correct. And lastly, we have here 3x minus 5 equals 70. Substitute the computed value of x, which is 25. So 3 times 25 minus 5 equals 70. So 3 times 25 is 75 minus 5 equals 70. And if we're going to compute, 75 minus 5 is literally 70, which is equals to 70. Therefore, our answers are correct. So that's how we compute for the sides of corresponding parts of a congruent triangle. This time, let's move on to the angle. In our case, so the three angles is, I have here the given figure. Angle R is congruent to angle X, angle S is congruent to angle Y, and angle T is congruent to angle C. Okay, let's compute for the given. Ang given dito, ang hinahanap natin dito, ang measurement or solve for the value of N. In our case, it is angle Y. Na ang angle Y daw is corresponds to angle S. So ito yung given natin. So 2n plus 10 equals to 50. Same scenario, ganun pa rin naman. Combine similar terms. So we have here 2n. Itong 10, lipat natin sa kabila. So we have here 50. From positive 10, it will become negative 10. So 2n is equals to 40. Divide both sides by 2. Therefore, n is equals to 20. That is the value of n. If we're going to compute for the value of, or define the angle y, or the measure of angle y, substitute lang natin to. So, ang given natin ng y is equals to 2n plus 10 degrees. So, substitute the given value for n. So, we have here n times 2 plus 10 degrees. So 2 times 20 is we have 40 plus 10 degrees. Therefore, 10 plus 40 is 50 degrees. Therefore, they are equal. Kasi nga, they are congruent triangles. And lastly, let's have this example. Kung saan ang kailangan naman dito ay we need to compute for the values of x. So ito, given na. If we're going to look on triangle ABC, triangle sinala yung nawawala. At tulad nga nasabi ko, if we're going to add the interior angles of a triangle, the sum should be exactly 180 degrees. So madali na lang natin itong mako-compute kasi meron na tayong dalawang given triangle. So in mathematics, to compute it properly, we have here 110 plus 30 plus x is equals to 180. Kasi nga yung x, this is the missing part or the missing measurement. Na kung saan, if we're going to combine 110 and 30, the answer is 140 plus x. So combine similar terms, lipat natin si 140 on the other side of the equation. Therefore, the value of x is 40 degrees. So if we're going to compute the given measurement of the angle, 110 degrees plus 30 degrees plus 40 degrees, the sum is 180 degrees. Be sure and always remember that the sum of interior angles of a triangle is always and exactly 180 degrees, no matter what, or no matter how small or how big your triangle is. It shall always be 180 degrees. I do hope that you understand our discussion for today on how to solve the corresponding parts of a congruent triangle. I am Teacher H saying stay humble, work hard, and be kind. God bless us all and stay safe.